this sprawling wasteland. It's you and me, and all we'll see in 20.
Hey guys, just a second, let me finish the conversation here.
So many lights are on repeat. A glowing dark is coming to the streets. We catch the magic of the sights. We breathe again with the neon from the heights. Tell me, did you ever want it? Just to stay here by my side. It's the magic of the moments under the sleepless sky. Tell me, did you ever feel it? A static touch beneath your skin. It's the rhythm of the heartbeat. So deep within, so sleepless nights. Sorrow and light. Starting from the early midnight, straight onto the morning light. So sleepless nights, we can't deny. Waking us spark of neon moonlight, just like strangers.
Hi guys, hello, welcome, greetings, hi. We out here with Horizon Zero Dawn firing up. There is a very, very small chance that we might get pulled into a Among Us creator game. But I definitely wouldn't plan on it and don't expect it. But, you know, just saying that it's there. And yeah, we're going to be doing some Horizon Zero Dawn up until, you know, we get tired of it. I don't know how long we'll be holding out today, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, hope you guys are all having a good day. Shadow Blue, thank you for the 3 months. Baroness with the 15. Soft Lemur, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Thanks for streaming and being you. Looking forward to the stream. Has made the day much easier to handle, so thank you. Well, I'm happy to hear that we can help a little bit. And I'm sorry that you know, your day's been a little rough. But hi, Crystal. How are you? Jess, 2042. Think of the 41 months. Jesus, Jess. Thank you so much. Happy to be a part of the community. I don't know why, but I'm happy you're here as well. I don't know why you're happy, but I'm happy, but I don't know what. Anyway, don't worry about it. So we'll turn that down a little bit. Apparently, we're optimizing shaders right now in Horizon Zero Dawn, so we're at 9%. So we're just kind of chilling for a second. You got some fruit roll-ups? Good, True Echo. I think I have one left. You're happy to be here with everyone? They're very sweet, Kate. I appreciate it. Been looking forward to your stream. Been a rough week. I'm sorry, Rude Antics. I totally understand. Most, I mean, let's be real here. Like, you know, in the COVID times and everything's still going on, everyone's weeks are kind of rough right now. And that's not to say that yours doesn't matter, that you don't feel it or anything like that, because it definitely does. But it's just saying that a lot of people can share that sympathy and empathy with you, because it's tough out there right now. Zine Gaming with us, an imposter like a boss. Zine is always sus. Thanks, Membo. Oh, True Echo, that's very kind of you. What's up, Johnny Man? How you doing? Wish you could catch me live more often. Always love watching you. Well, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad when you can. But real life comes first, of course. I can't replace real life, and it is the more important of the two of us. So, but if you are interested in space stuff at all, then and you haven't, then make sure that you watch the video of SN8. Serial number 8, the rocket from SpaceX that went up today. It was using a very, it's like, as I've said before, Falcon 9 and the Falcon rockets that you see most of SpaceX launches from is very, very mature technology. It's from the 60s and 70s. I mean, it's a refined engine, but at the same time, it's using the same ideas and such from those times. One of the things that people we'd figured out or had a hard time figuring out was how to make an engine not. I mean, it's hard not to fall into a pit here, but basically to increase the efficiency of the engines that are taking us up, because all the fuel that goes into the weight, the more efficient the engine, the less fuel you need. The less fuel you need, the more weight you have to give to the payload, and that's where all the expense is and everything like that. But so with the older technology, the older rockets, there's actually a pre-burner that gets exhausted in the opposite direction of the way the rocket is going. So it's much smaller amount of thrust, but it's working against the primary rocket, and so you lose that efficiency there. This the Raptor, that the engine that they're testing here, is the first what's called a full flow engine. And basically, it does a bunch of shenanigans to make it so that inefficiency is removed, and everything is everything you're burning 100% is going towards moving the rocket. And you know, I mean, there's many other advancements in addition to that, but this is the first time that someone has. I think it's even working prototype, but like launching prototype. So today they tested sending it up like 6 kilometers. I don't know how high they ended up getting it, but pretty far up into the sky, and then they let it drop back down, and then they tried to land it. They did not successfully land it, but they know exactly why, and it was really cool to see and really close. And so that's just, you know, some minor adjustments, and they'll figure that out. But it was really kind of fun to watch. And if you're into space at all, then and you haven't, then check it out. The rocket literally goes up, and then this rocket's supposed to be completely reusable. Like, so the entire rocket falls down, and they actually tilt it so it's flat. And it's not perfectly flat, but it's like 20 degrees off or whatever. And they call it a belly flop maneuver, and it's using the entire length of the rocket to create friction to slow it down as it falls through the atmosphere. And then right before it gets to the point where, right at a certain point, it flips itself back upright and then fires off its rockets and slows itself down in kind of a slam maneuver. That all went perfectly. What happened was they didn't have enough pressure in the fuel tank at the very end, and so you can actually see the engines run out of fuel. And so they basically run out of fuel, and then it lands hard and explodes because it's a big giant tank of fuel and stuff like that. But you like they had it to where it was like it was a hard landing. Like it didn't even just like, in my opinion, granted it exploded. Like, there's no changing that. But if you look and watch, like it didn't crash down. Like it just landed hard. And if they'd have been able to, if they'd have had that pressure up, then pretty much it looked like everything went perfectly. Other than that. But yeah, one of the comments in the video that made me chuckle was that, NASA back in the day would try to minimize, their failures and hide them and everything's perfect, everything's fine. And then there's SpaceX, who's like, rocket go boom, like they make videos of it. And I appreciate that. So, Jay, thank you for the 1,000 bits. This is the last week of classes, and being online has not stopped professors from assigning final projects. Thanks for, thanks for existing. I hope you know how much you help. Well, thank you, Jay. I appreciate it, and I'm glad to exist and be able to help in some way, and I hope that you're able to get all your classes done and taken care of. Code Monkey, thank you for the 3 months. I appreciate it. And, okay, so we are done optimizing our shaders. So again, I don't know, we don't know how long we'll go. There's that very, very small chance that we'll get invited to a game. That could happen at any time. If it does happen, I have no idea. Basically, bigger people than I and are all together, and somewhere along the way, my name's kind of kicking around, like, in that, like, trash bin sort of way. We've been doing the DLC, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. Didn't Araya die? Or did we save her? We had a whole thing. There's a lot of blue gleam right by there, too. Let's see. Quests. Rescue Cyan and learn the true nature of the daemon. Oh, right. That's like the main, that's like the main big boy, right? And at this point, I've done everything except for I killed the big boys, and now I just need to return to Aratak. Right. So we've basically done everything, and now we go back. She died. It happens. So let's take a look and pop over. I don't know what these pigments are.
Sakuni scrubbed the entire rock face clean, and why?
Hi, Maya the Ravenclaw. How are you? Finished your last calc homework? That seems like that'd be a nice feeling to have out of the way. Where do you think this pigment thing is that I'm looking for? I mean,
Bandits grow like mushrooms in the dark when your attention is elsewhere.
seems like this would be a like around this nicely pigmented place would. Hey, wait. Yeah, see? See? There we go. I got light salt. Everyone knows how good light salt is for the skin, so that's ideal. Also, what do we need to make for things? We need raccoon bone, fatty meat, And squirrel and rat. I think those are badgers. I don't think these are yeah, these are badgers. But hey, a little fatty meat never hurt nobody. I don't know where raccoons are, though. Also, why are there people up here? There's that. Apparently there's a whole thing up here. Hello, everyone. Greetings. I'm Zine. Zine of von Zenenheim. Can you please remove the voice cam? I don't know what you mean by voice cam.
Don't mind the work. Better than worrying about
Alright, so we gotta go over here. Hey, Moop Boop Loop, how you doing? He dead. He not alive anymore. He dead. Alright, so there should be some blue gleam somewhere around here.
Very cold. I get it.
Well, there you go. A lot of blue gleam over here as well. I can't, like, I swear I've already asked, but are these just infinite? Do they just continue to arrive regardless? Or do I ever hit a point where I've seen them all? Or I've killed them all? Alright, blue gleam? Yeah, blue gleam. Here we are. Just trying to watch everyone's streams at the same time? I understand. If there's somewhere you'd rather be, then you should be there. You're not obligated to hang here. Oh, there's a second one. That was convenient. You should always go and do what sounds like the most fun to you. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Stocking up.
Once you finish the main storyline, make sure you watch until after the credits because there's an important video. Okay. I will do so. I will do my best to do so anyway. Hi, Troy. How are you? Altairo, thank you for the 5 months. How's the house coming along? All the last bit of building done now? Kind of. I'm still working on things. But we don't have... we don't have contractors or anything here anymore. It's just me trying to make stuff work. I'm gonna get told out of bounds. She's so slow with that thing. Hope everything goes smoothly. I do too. Apparently I can climb this. Hi, Cat in a Suit. How you doing? How did that thing go for you? The one that you had to rent the truck? I have not... The thing has not been thunged yet. But I'm hopeful that the thing will be thunged soon. But I did find out that the people who do the thing, they said that they would be willing to... they have a delivery van, so they'll actually deliver it for me, so I don't have to rent the truck a second time. I don't know where I'm going, but hey, you know, let's go. There's obviously a path here. Let's take it.
Business.
Who am I telling to just go about your business? You couldn't Omaha 1 skipping on HZD? Well, I mean, I would never ask anyone to Omaha 1. I don't know what that autocorrect was. Oh, imagine skipping. Okay. That's nice of them. Yes, it is. How is it, sir? Bit of a problem. Don't worry about it. Don't want that? Yipe! That was like turning like at the comical. Oh, come on now. Nice. I wonder what I hit on him that... If I could get at the special strike, that'd be great. Whoa, okay. This guy just like fell down. Okay. Triple notch?
Nicely.
I don't triple notch very often unless I'm like in a big fight. So now I'm up here. I don't know what's up here, but I'm up here. I mean, I guess, so I'm up here. I don't know if there's anything else up here. Hi, Bronco. Bronco, thank you for the 19 months. So everything is over that way, through the mountain. Everything seems to be a bit lower than where I am. Oh dear. Oh dear. We're taking the quick way down. That a ledge I can drop down onto? Does not appear to be so. Sir, you are not a mountain goat? I mean, are you sure about that? Ruh-roh. I am not a mountain goat. Can confirm. Your elevation-related instincts are all messed up. Okay, so we went up to here, and then we're trying to come back down. So this time we stay to the left of the mountain. I mean, technically we got down faster that way, so I don't know if that's true. Question is where the fuck is this blue gleam, though? Because it's all, like, on that ledge. Oh, there's a rappel down, too. Yeah, see? See? Might have been faster to have not died, though. Potentially. So we gotta get onto that ledge. I mean, I'm assuming we're not supposed to Skyrim it. Not that that's gonna stop us. No, 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 no. I need to get right here. Yeah, see? Is that the right way to do it? Did I do this the right way?
Won't be hard to sell a chunk like this.
Hey, Kev, how you doing? There's one more? ¿Dónde está? Where is this last one? I didn't think there were 5. That would just be douchey if they put it, like, lower, separate of these. I don't see it at all. I don't know what Skyrimming entails, but does it take place in an airplane bathroom? Sir? I don't know where this one is. So, hi. Okay. It's a little awkward, you know? If you select the blue gleam on the map, it will show you the height. Where does it show me the height? I mean, it shows me the height of that marker. But is that doesn't necessarily mean where the height of the blue gleam is, does it? That goat had it coming. Hi, Widgie. How are you?
This blue gleam will make some shaman happy.
And goat murder. Sometimes the goats have it coming, you know? Like, you can say that they didn't deserve it, and you're right. I like that I didn't actually collect that one. Did I collect the others? Yes. So I still don't know where the hell this one is. And that makes me sad. Apparently it's low. So it's saying it's lower than me. Is there like a cave or something that it could be in?
Keep that for later.
This is about the right... Well, there you are. And there you are. Okay. Well, that's a handy little tip.
Blue gleam. Or frozen machine fluid.
I feel like if it's frozen machine fluid, we should be able to get, you know, fluid out of other machines. But we seem to be making progress on our Blue Gleam quest. Do the snow prints stay there forever? I have no idea. Flea Puff, thank you for the 16 months on the tier 2. I appreciate it. Rip Goat, hey, listen. Yeah, fair. I know, like, it's... I wanted to not be a bad person. It's just I don't have it in me to not be. I've tried before. It doesn't work. There's some inherent incompatibility. Wait, I need squirrels. I think that might have been the, what I need of a squirrel, even. It was. Now I need a rat. All right.
Snap this blue gleam off carefully.
Who says it's without mercy? Maybe that was the 6th squirrel. You know, you don't know. Maybe that squirrel was diseased and I helped. You're making a lot of assumptions right now. All right. Well, there's that blue gleam. I think we've just blue gleamed the shit out of things. 'Twas a diseased squirrel. I mean, whatever you need to tell yourself to make you feel better, right? Sometimes the most important lies are the ones we tell ourselves. What are you and why are you big? Oh, you're a Scorcher. You're big. The squirrel was suffering most grievously under injuries acquired before, and 'twas but a mercy to have snuffed its spirit out, lest it continue its slow but inevitable descent into a pain-filled death. Hello, Angel K, and everybody coming over with you. Hi, I hope you had a good stream. Thank you for coming by. Welcomes, greetings. My name is Zine. Happy to have you all.
Flavor fish. I say they simply don't know how to cook it.
Well, look at you.
Warrior's outfit weave. I have woven this weave. Okay, so you're saying you're there, but you're actually higher up. So now you're like this height. That is actually really a convenient little trick. I hope you're doing well, Angel. I hope you had a good stream. We've got Dockside. We've got Dockside. All right, well, we're running out of things to collect in these general areas. Suddenly, we're at the Renaissance Festival. Where's Tartanic? I like Tartanic, like, on fish and chips and stuff. Like, I don't normally get it, but it does taste pretty good. Holy shit, that thing's way the fuck up there, though. The only way to get up there... It looks like this path actually goes up there. Yeah, we need to hang a left at Albuquerque. Okay, now we're over here, and then we come up here, and we can get up to this road. Moop boop bloops, thank you for the gifted sub to the Little Red Boat. Congratulations, Little Red Boat. I think I need to take the left one and go higher. We have ourselves a chicken. Okay, so this is the high road. Okay, cool. Looks too cold for Albuquerque. I mean, this is post-apocalyptic, sir. You don't know. Don't presume the weather patterns. All right, so we're at about height for it. Well, we know it's not going to be lower. There you are. Hello, Poppet. Happy birthday tomorrow, Hunter. Wins games. There it is. Okay, so we got that. As long as we're here, we might as well... Might actually behoove us. What are you? Scorchers? Come back down here. Then again, we're up here. Since I'm already... Well, no, there's a road right there. Okay. Hi, Delta. How are you? Get it? Hi, Delta? With your name being Hi, Delta? You get it? Guys, did you get it? Could you guys raise your hands if you got it? I'd like to know. Gilroy, is everything okay? You have a headache? I just take a quick second to remember how to play the game. Nope, that's not the way to play the game. Okay, I am remembering.
Now they're hunting me.
Done. Easy. Off with his back. I guess you could say right back at you.
That hurt it.
Zot.
There.
I appear to have gained sus. Wait, there's more? How many of you fucking turtleback, hatchbacks, knickknacks, paddywhacks are there? Wasn't me. I'm just an innocent little bush. My goal is to always be the innocent bush. Ain't nobody bush like my bush.
No turning back.
We're having a shell of a time here. Gotta go! Death from above! Gotta go! Gotta go! Hi, how you doing? You look like the sort of guy who needs another tear blast arrow. Settle down. Okay, time to go. Hello? Sir? Your ineffectiveness is quite ineffective, to be honest. Sit down for a second. All right. Tucker's T1000. Thank you for the 2 months. All right, is that all of these? Yep, okay, we cleared it.
Everything's freezing. The ground, the air, me.
And that's when I started to complain. It doesn't look that cold out there. I don't know why she's whining. You need pictures of Jay? What? The cold never bothers her anyway. Look, my name's Aloy, not Elsa.
That's coming with me.
I mean, I think we did okay. You know, took a hit here or there, but in general, we held it together. Now we take... I have no idea what that is. It's got to be... Now we take this road to the left, up. Are you the road? You don't seem like much of a road. You're not much of a road. You're hardly a road at all. You're eroding my faith in finding a road.
I'll tuck that away.
What? Sir? Can I interest you in some chicken? Oh, that's why that was having a hard time. Wrong arrow. I just wanted to squirrel away that meat for a while. Hey, LOB, how are you? LOB, no apologies on leaving early, Lovey. You were great. You gotta go to bed when you gotta go to bed, we understand. Or at least I do. Man, Little Paws and Kaisa both have headaches too. What is with the headache outbreak going on? Outbreak. It's not that I can't see, it's just I don't know where I am and what I can't, I have no visual path forward. Where is this thing? Am I even close? I guess I am close. Aha. That seems suspiciously suspicious.
Not just the Banuk who are precious jewels.
All right, so now we have this one. Medicinal! The nice thing about medicine is that it heals you. There we are. Okay. I feel like we're making good time. I feel like we're Unless it's penicillin that it hurts you. I mean, some medicine is just makes you medicine, you know?
But now that those bandits have gotten their paws on it.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk. You're sure you can fix up this thing?
You bet. Probably. Just need that Stormbird talent.
I've got a nice rail, just like Aratak's. You want to take a look?
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love that.
You had to refill your medicine today?
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get Chloe's medicine tomorrow. It's $200 a month.
Obvious design flaw. So if I replace these... Yeah, that should... Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls.
Do I plan on doing everything in this game? Not everything, probably.
Well, listen. If we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles
For
to
some
work with,
reason, doggy
her
insurance
years
doesn't
would
want
be
to
well
kick on
and
for a
truly
14-and-a-half-year-old
And I know
dog.
where to find one. If you want to go hunting with me.
Remind me what we need to fix up this thing?
That Thunderjaw's mandibles will do it.
So, a Thunderjaw hunt. They seem pretty rare up here. Not that I'm complaining.
That's why we should get out of the cut for a while. Hunt one in the valley meet. I'll wait for you out there. Easier for me to work with parts before the metal goes cold.
Is Bergren going to be okay with this?
If we can handle a Thunderjaw, we can handle Pop.
The Oseram, with their ridiculous ideas about women. How many great warriors have they ignored?
Was that the only... No, there's like... Where is this turning? There you are. I have found you. The old man who cannot fight.
It wasn't easy, but that rockbreaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though. And you've done me a true
LLB,
kindness.
take care of yourself.
My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned.
I'm still just as bad at the game as I was then, Yaranat. Apparently we have a tower here. And given that, while I'm sure people have answered me, I have not actually been able to read and notice and see an answer. I do not know if I am chasing my tail by doing them. Listen, it mad at me wrong, okay? You don't take good care of yourself, and I wish you did. Because you deserve being taken care of. And you're important. Frequently, one of the first and most important people to forget about how important you are is yourself. But at some point, You need to try and remember and
I
think.
don't know how it works, but I know how to stop it.
You know, if you don't have yourself, then what do you have? Hi, how you doing? Whoa, hey, easy there, Lumpy. Okay, so apparently there's stalkers. There's several stalkers. Okay, that was. Listen, I want to recount on that one. We'll do that. Ow! Fuck you. What are the chances of that working out? Gotta go! Sir, if you could stop stalking me? Sir? Your thoughts on the matter are mute. And why are your thoughts on the matter mute? Pray tell what reason your thoughts are mute.
So, machines in the south suffer their own struggles.
This game looks like it would be hard. The only difficult parts are when it kills me. As long as I avoid that, then we do okay. But really, it was more just a matter of I wasn't undercover like I thought I was, and I didn't realize that there were stalkers, which is kind of a thing about stalkers. It's kind of their MO. Actually, hitting them won't do me any good until this is down, because this heals them. You think 2 arrows is enough? I believe it is. Hello, Rachel. How are you? Greetings, everybody coming over from Rachel. My name is Zine. I hope you had a good stream and are happy with all of the fish in your life at the moment. But nonetheless, thank you for being here, and thank you for coming over. I appreciate you all. It seems to have noticed me. Ow. The tail smack is quite painful, actually. So sometimes you gotta smack it with the tail and then make like yesterday's Thanksgiving and take some turkey. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm not even sure what really hit me there. Hello, Totes. How are you?
I don't fear bandits. To fear them is to give them the power they hunger for.
You're not supposed to jump into the tail? No, you're supposed to slide into it gently and slowly. God, mother tit nut. These stalkers usually aren't quite this hard. Stalkers are obviously a difficult opponent, but they're usually not quite this bad. Perhaps if I were to run up the line... Ow! And abscond from the area, then I could reevaluate the situation and create a plan of attack that involved getting shot by things, apparently. Because apparently I'm still just here to die. Sir! There's the other one. Okay, I'll just jump down. It's cool. I wanted to quickly get down so that way I wasn't up anymore.
Got you!
What the? There's a third one? Gotta go. Where the fuck is... Are those guys shooting at me? They are. Excuse me. Hi. You're closer than I like. Okay, seriously though. I feel surrounded. Listen, honestly, I feel personally attacked. Still one more stalker. I don't know where he is. I don't think I killed him.
Won't waste.
Maybe I did. I don't remember killing the other stalker. Sorry for the, you know, focus face. I guess I did kill it over here.
I think there's frost between my teeth.
That just sounds unpleasant, really.
Blue gleam. I'll be taking that.
Now this would be cold. I do believe this would be very, like, you would die in minutes. The hypothermia would set in so fast. How much blue gleam do you need? I don't know, we're just collecting it. It's useful for the big weapons, and I don't know whether I have big weapons or not left, but still. It's there to collect, and so I'm collecting it. Should we find since she's a ginger? I didn't realize that ginger provides hypothermic properties. That's pretty cool.
Can't be too.
All right. Well, now this is all clear along this entire bottom area. My bottom is clear. Now I gotta work my way the hell up there. I think I can just skippy-doo-dah. That goes up into that back area, but there's all this up there. There's exactly enough to buy all of it. There's just enough to buy what you need to buy. That seems cutting it a bit close, but I suppose, you know, the developer can do what the developer's gonna do. Somehow I don't know this is all Troy's fault, but I don't understand really how he's involved. I just know that he is. Like, he finds a, like, Troy finds a way. When you play games, you got to get everything or it drives you crazy? I don't have to get everything, but I'm having fun just collecting stuff for the moment, and hopefully you guys are willing to come along. Hi, Rachel. Hey, look, there's Blue Gleam right here.
Good amount of blue gleam left off this one.
Oh, that's not it. That ain't it, Chief. You. There's the last one. Perfect. We got it just right. Except for this one. Apparently, there's another one. Apparently, we got it just right, except for this last one. Which is quite a bit lower. How far are you into this game? I mean, we've made it about as far as where we've gotten from from when we started. I don't think it's much further than that. I have no idea. I think we're pretty far along. LO9VE, she said excitedly, as one does when one LO9VEs themselves. Should you grab a chocolate or vanilla pudding pack? I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on chat on a decision that you as a leader should make yourself.
Need them soon enough.
See, the both is good. That's a I believe. What was that? That's a meme from one of them Disney movies. Hercules, maybe? Yeah, Hercules. I'm putting too much pressure on you? Are you okay, Rachel? Is there a problem? Is there anything I can do to help? Probably not. Not many things can be helped. Didn't we look for this one and we couldn't figure out how to get to it? Or we just couldn't find it? I mean, it's here. It's right here. There is a problem. What is the problem? How may we be of subject to you, Rachel? I don't know how much I care about that pigment, though. Like, on the one hand, we've got that pigment. On the other, I don't know how much we care about that pigment. What are your guys' thoughts on that pigment?
A quick way down.
I had not noticed the questions about your beaver. And so I apologize that I am in some unintended, indirect, but still contributory way, I am responsible for your discomfort. I believe your beaver is lost. I have no idea where your beaver is, to be honest. If I'm being honest with myself and with others. But I would challenge you to say, is it really that bad of a thing if you have no beaver? I'm not prepared to make offers of rewards at this time. It looks like I am intended to be up where I cannot actually reach. I'm unaware of how to proceed from this point. I do not see a viable path forward. Much like Trump's election, there is no remaining path left that is reasonable to try and pursue. So we are left grasping at nothing in the hopes that somehow we can make our way up. Whoop! All right, so it's right here.
Blue green. Or frozen.
Very well. We've obtained that now. Oh, an animal figurine. Have you heard his plan to leave the White House on Inauguration Day and begin his 2024 campaign? Cool. The important part to that stands out to me is him leaving. Past that, it's all minutia that I don't care about. Good night, Rude Antics. So I finally saw a 5950 X drop for the first time today, and I actually could have bought it. It was listed for 210% markup, where they normally retail at $800. It was listed for sale at $2,100. I did not move forward. But that's what I'm going for. Heading in the wrong direction. Holy shit, that's way up there. How the fuck do I get on the top of that mountain? Into the valley and on the left? To grandmother's house we go? Now the RTX 3800s I've seen, they've only been in the realm of Jesus Christ, this well, obviously going down there is not going to do me any good, so I need to go around this corner and come back. The 3800s I've only seen at 180% markup, so that's not so bad. It's the, you know, at 200%, that's when you're just saying, that's silly. I think I might need to scale the mountain. I don't know that there's a path up. Those look like scaling things to me. Were there more? Obviously there's a way. Oh, okay. Obviously where there's a way up there. This is pretty much guaranteed to end in our death. Good night, Rick. Wish you could stay longer, but contractor's coming early tomorrow. All right, Mama, have a nice night. I believe we are on the path. The path seems to have some graphical glitching. I was a little nervous there. I clenched just slightly. And here we are. Well, that was easy. Now what's the fast way down? Looks like there's a rope over to there. From here, I am unsure of my path of the intended path of travel. Did you build your current PC? I've only ever built my own PCs. If you're able to get parts, would you do a build, a live stream video? I enjoy watching what people's builds are and the reasons they built it along with the parts they picked. Not really. This PC that I got now, I am intending on being a hard loop, and I've never done a hard loop before, and so I don't particularly want to learn how to do that in front of everybody. That just sounds like a less than ideal. My intention is to make several mistakes. Okay. Oh, okay. And ultimately fuck most of it up. But to tell you all that it went famously and then, you know, be fine. So I can't do that if you're watching, is really where that comes down to. We seem to have made it. I don't know what they're fighting, but they sure seem to be fighting it. All right, so just about on the level I'm at. There it is. I feel like I can't help but kind of wonder if I haven't been here before, like if this wasn't some of the story area that I did, but all right, so we gathered that. Even though we talked extensively about how we didn't care, the reality is we cared a little bit. So we went and we got it. And then I guess here, the chieftain battle. That's kind of what I was wondering. But I say that without you having any idea if that's actually what I was wondering, so maybe I was wrong. Oh, this is where at Yellowstone. Nick, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I appreciate you very much. And Wolf Sky, thank you for the 20 months. DJ Sweet, 15 months. And Rachel, thank you again for the raid. It was more than I deserved. Alright, there's that. Now we need to go all the way over here. Because apparently I don't think I can fast travel. I hear good things about this Montana Recreations fellow. Oh, so is this like actual bandits, uncleared bandit camp? Is that what's going on? I see. So we need to kill people in order to do this.
Scan. I can get out of this.
shot from?
Still sniffing around.
Is someone sniffing? I hate it when we've got sniffage. Curiosity killed the bandit? Ludopie, thank you for the 15 months. I'm not entirely convinced I'm saying that correctly. Some I'm quite convinced, others not so much. That's a definite not so much.
There's the alarm. Better keep an eye on it.
That guy's no longer with us. No longer a concern is that man. So this guy, like, my problem is does he have extra health to where he can survive this hit?
Their helmets are as thick as machine plating.
It seems like he do. Ow.
Is there something in that grass?
Nope. Just an accidental piece of arrow into your mask. Everything's fine. Go about your business, sir. This does not concern you. What are you?
Can breathe again.
He seems fine. He's like, you know what? I'm fine with it. Whatever the problem is, we can deal with it tomorrow. It's been a long day. There's no need to deal with it today.
No calling in reinforcements.
Get another Roomba? I don't know how that helped this situation, Rachel, but I mean, Roombas are useful. I actually have a Yuffie, and it does a pretty good job. Pretty impressively always finds its way to where I don't want it to be, though, like consistently. All right, so now we have at least alerted those guys. Ambiguous Koinu, thank you for the 17 months. I appreciate it.
I'm starting my scanner.
Oh. Right in the ding ding. Ah!
She's taking the high ground.
Well, it's over, Anakin. Come on now. This would go better if my arrows went where I'm aiming them. See? Like, it's a small thing, but it's still a thing, right? Your favorite is when it gets stuck under the treadmill. My favorite is when it manages to yoink up 800 of my lightning bolt cords and charging cables and break them. That's my fave.
This stands out.
But it's my fave, but not actually my fave kind of thing, you know? Like the pseudo fave. sort of situation. There's a giant log in the way. Good. I was concerned that I'd be able to make the shot. Now I no longer have to worry. Sounds like a you problem. I don't recall saying it wasn't. I find that in general I'm the problem with whatever it is I'm dealing with. God, for example, hitting people in the head.
Over here.
I am perfectly willing to take accountability for the many problems that I cause. How you doing? What the fuck was that? Like, really?
I can see them. They can't see you. That shot knocked it off.
Don't move!
Cool. Nicely done. I am good at things. I'm not sure what, but like let's assume that everyone has talents, and at some point, someday, mine will be revealed. It's a distant hope, but it's really all I've got, you know? I can't see your head. There it is. Thank you. Once again, it's important to have the high ground.
Where did they go?
Death's coming.
Death's coming. I didn't really hear what she had to say after that, to be honest. It got a little blurry. It's over, bandits. I have the high ground. Exactly.
Can't carry more.
Apparently I'm back to not being able to carry more. What is it I'm full of? Is this traps? Yeah. Sometimes you gotta pay more attention when you're, particularly when you're a watch guard, dude.
Cold. Very cold. I get it.
This is, I don't know, like it's more, I feel like it's more correct than the game design to move stealthy-like and all this, but it's not quite the same level of excitement.
This will be useful later.
I used to pretend this wooden bunny sign my grandma has was my husband, and I called him my honeybean because I misheard honeybun. Huh. I feel like, you know, I mean, if even for you guys, like, watching, it's much less interesting to have me stealthily sneak in and do stuff methodically than to just kind of be like, you know, gung-ho and charge and everything like that. No more 8 a.m.s. This is going to ruin your sleep schedule. The first thing you do when you no longer have to worry about your sleep schedule is you ruin your sleep schedule. The next thing you do is you spend forever fixing it only to ruin it again, and then you kind of repeat after that.
Oh no!
So who else do I have? Like what else do I need to do, you know? I feel like I've been through, I feel like I've killed everyone. Maybe on other nights, Shanderp. I don't know so much about tonight. Kill them all again, it's what they want. Yeah, I mean, they're very pro-killing. I agree with that. Seems like it'd be a problem, but, you know, I mean, they get to choose how they want to be perceived. That's their choice. But is there like some random that's off in the lowlands that I need to go find and kill? Anybody seen another bad guy around here? Have bow, will shoot. Clear bandit camp. Okay. So, about that. I'm happy to clear the bandit camp. It's just, I don't know what you want from me. But hey, I guess we did our best. Bob Joe will come back from break and find everyone dead. That's just a bad day, really. I feel like this might be bugged. I don't really know what else. We seem to have covered the entirety of the camp. The camp seems very dead.
Smells peaceful. I hate peace. A lot of people die peacefully. Not me. I got a feeling. Search the camp. Could any of you find a charcoal pile in a flat field? I don't think so.
Apparently, there's these guys now.
Get out there, turn over every rock, see what comes.
I think she's dead.
Down proper. Down some pit. Whoa. You're dead. Dead. When I'm done. Whoa. Whoa.
If I could not be blocked by, you know, everything.
Pin him down. This is gonna look.
Nice. This guy can't be tiered, can he? Cool.
Gotta pick you. I'll finish you.
Down. He won't be torching anything else. The Osram's fire weapon. Could come in handy. Large one. That's for sure.
No problem, man. Good night, Kate. The hardest part was getting him to trigger and then killing him. Those were the hard parts. And then running out of arrows as well. That was a definite situation where we needed arrows and didn't have them, and then didn't have them and needed them, you know? But outside of that, everything went flawlessly. And we are now ready to go up and sleep at this fireplace that we have graced the world with. Serena Blueberry, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate it very much.
The white teeth were the only word I wished to be part of. How could I have failed the right?
May you survive and prevail.
That's generally my goal. Like, I feel like that's, can't we all agree that's the general goal? As we maneuver through these times and these places, surviving and prevailing is the intended intention. There we go.
We were meant to trust the
There's that. Okay, I'm tired of picking things up. Let's go up here. Cutscene.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first.
That's my favorite part about streaming.
I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
Some days it's very clear, other days it's
I will
not.
speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud.
He's feeling feelings.
So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will.
Good night, Sarah.
All he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Okay, let's discuss.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus.
Stupid
I feel
Hephaestus.
Profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy.
That's very true.
But I find your presence reassuring.
That's also very true.
You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
One of the things Dr. Mick talks about with comforting someone is that you frequently won't know what to say, but you shouldn't underestimate the effect that your presence has on their happiness.
You meant a lot to Aurea.
Once I understood Aurea's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback...
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
Undoubtedly.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago, I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error.
Hi, everyone.
I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code.
Hello.
Originating from what could only have been a
Thank you for coming over, guys. I hope you had a good
AI.
stream.
Araya said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes. I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds...
Sorry to hear that, Fallen Foxes. I hope
Your
that
empathy is greatly
that
appreciated.
your days
It
improve
is a quality
moving forward.
that I cherished in Aurea as well.
This AI has emotion.
What do you think Hephaestus is exactly?
A software entity of great complexity, far more advanced than I am.
Hi, Martel.
From the beginning, it has demonstrated a singular focus: the construction of machines designed to hunt and kill humans. My trace routes indicate that to accomplish this goal, it has attempted to take over the manufacturing centers you refer to as cauldrons. But its efforts
Thanks,
have
Dead
only
Soul Wolf.
been partially successful. Some it can penetrate. Others have robust countermeasures that frustrate its efforts. In me, however, it found an easier target. Not only could it break my defenses, I also controlled all of Firebreak's resources. Raw material, manufacturing to bootstrap more advanced tools, and unlimited geothermal energy.
Enough to build its own cauldron.
Yes, to construct hunter-killers without external limitations. And yet, it does have internal limitations. It wants to kill humans, but not to exterminate them. It is difficult to understand where it draws the line, and why.
Difficult doesn't even begin to cover it.
Even though I spent years as its unwilling servitor, its core programming remains a mystery to me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties.
Jet Rose, thank you for the 300 bits.
I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Martel, did you need me to take her sword away? Because, I mean, for you, just give the word and I can, you know, we can make this like, we can work it out, you know?
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
No! Yay! Okay, I thought she was going to transmit. I was waiting for the transmit.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This is a whole lot of story, though. Like, holy shitballs.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone?
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
I noticed that when I was outside.
Changed in the world, Cyan.
Cielwi Tisone.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh's servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
What?
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours
2,200 for an RTX 3090. Fuck.
Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight.
Honestly, at least that's only like 50% markup. That's not like 100 or 200% like the processor was.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world?
This is a lot of information.
Make you.
Yes.
I'm losing, like, I feel like I need to get through it all, but it's losing my attention.
To industrial monitoring stations, to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose.
You're still on a
limits.
1050 Ti? I had a 1050 non-Ti, and I hated that card, but I don't know about the 1050 Ti.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow
I mean, if it works for
was
you,
the
it works for you,
benefactor
Martel.
of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before
This isn't so much a side quest as much as it is the DLC, and this is the finishing. This is kind of the end of the DLC, as I'm aware.
At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Yeah, this is the bathroom break part of the movie.
Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist?
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
Yes, I am disappointed in you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless
I'm sorry you're paying so
potential
bad,
for human
Darkbad.
and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
I was like, we're done? No, we have one.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapse. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished until the clawback.
So things got better?
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technology. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me. It seems my assessment was premature.
Oh, man, we ran out of things to ask it. That's too bad.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them?
Broadly, yes.
I mean, she's like 18 billion times smarter than me on this. Like, I realize, but, you know.
I trust your judgment, Cyan.
It's fine.
You were cautious
You
with
handle
me.
it.
You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this? I may be able to provide.
I'd like that, Cyan. I should check on Aratak.
Okay.
See how he's doing.
Oh. Holy balls. So, I don't know if I learned anything there. Like, she was the AI in charge of controlling Yellowstone and helped to divert an ecological or an environmental disaster, basically tapering off, and was smart, and then was attacked by Hephaestus and controlled by it, and then she was here. Like, the rest is just window dressing, right? Lots of info and none of it was retained. What? I mean, listen, you complain that you don't know what's going on in the game, and then you get more information, you complain about that too. Yeah. The point is to complain. I thought that was obvious by now.
I can't do much of anything in this.
I don't know where the confusion is there.
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy,
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost.
I feel so close to you right now.
Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair.
God,
But she
I feel that in my soul.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
You know, I beat your ass in a competition of competing.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all.
Ah, fuck you, Silence.
Brick, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
What do you think Hephaestus is, Silence?
I'm not sure. But its name comes from a language even the old ones considered ancient, as does the name Hades.
I can override a fire claw?
A connection, perhaps. As yet unglimpsed. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut, Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You could stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality...
Oh, God!
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Damn! That is I think we all need to file that away. Like, you could say either it's a good thing you've got brains because your personality leaves something to be desired, or it's a good thing you've got looks because your personality leaves something to be desired. Like, either way, boom. That's roasty toasty right there. What is the quest that you're wanting me to do? We did the bandit camp. You keep saying that these are quests, but they just add on to them. Varga, the Oseram Tinker, offered to improve Ice Rail if a Hunter Thunderjaw hunts a Stormbird. And then now Tuck has tracked the fire claws that escaped the cauldron. The cut is still under threat until they are destroyed. Right, so that's that one. I don't see the quest that Delta seems to keep sending me to. Those. You mean, oh, I see, the geared up. Okay, yeah. Okay. That's only a small distance away. We're basically there. Hey, I've killed a Stormbird here before. It disappeared right as it landed. Have I fought a Fire Claw before? I know the Frost Claws. I don't know whether we've done a Fire Claw. You also ran out of sticks? I did not run out of sticks. I simply was lacking in supplies at the time. I'm gonna grab this stick. Hi, how you doing?
You know, I kind of missed all this red dust. Well, there's our Stormbird. When you're ready, I'll follow up and boom.
Okay, so I killed a Stormbird. Do I know how to kill Stormbirds? How you doing? Everyone friends? Who? What? What are you doing here? Well, he did.
Don't let him sneak off.
Oh, we don't want to hold still. We don't want to hold still. We don't want to be here. We don't want to be here. Ow! It hit me. It's like it's firing its laser beams. I don't want to be here. Okay, listen. Now that I have. Oi! There seems to be a big ass bird. It's really hard to hit those, by the way. How you doing? Pow, right in the face. I don't know what I should use for you. Like, this is where you don't want to be holding still. Can confirm. Also, you don't want to go in water. Come on now. Hit it! It's really fucking hard to aim at this guy, by the way. Don't want. Woo, buddy! My tits! Sir, you appear to have lost all your engines. And whatever your shoulder joint is. Ow! Sometimes you just gotta head bob, you know? Alright, so that's, I think, all of its parts, really. There's, like, no parts left on it. So then do I just be like, hey, yo, do you like bombs?
Over here.
Medic! Medic! Hey, I thought you couldn't fly. Oh, pow, right in the bum bum. Okay. Do you like fire? I just don't have anything like else to really throw at it. I can light it on fire. Cool. Really feel like we capitalized there. Its little wing clap thing doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's still pretty annoying. Okay, water bad. Water fucking bad. Did you see what I just fucking did? Are you sure that's the choice you wanted to make?
Varja said she could improve the Stormslinger with this.
Am I on controller? Yes. I feel like if you, you know, I mean, obviously I'd taken out its ability to dive bomb, but I feel like when you've stripped, like, literally every part that it points at is like, this is a major part, that maybe it should be a little bit more damaged than it, like, a third of the way down. That could just be me, but I felt like that was a little lacking after, in taking all that down and then just still being like, okay, now what? At the very least, I think there should be a part that, like, you can check that, you know, that doesn't break off. That's you can identify as a weak part, and I don't know that that's the case at the moment.
Looks good.
See if that used up anything. Nope. Cool. And now I've just got all the resources I don't need. All right, I will drop you. And I should be able to loot this. And then go find Lady over here. Sell it all. Just be gone with everything. Okay? Oh, there you are.
Got that part you need?
Perfect. Already got machine oil on my hands.
Here it is. 1 Stormbird Talon.
Let's do it. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Watch and learn, Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now.
Varja. Good night,
Take good care
Rachel.
of her.
Just want to tell you how much I appreciate you and everything. I just got done watching you play Raft with Aika. Is that going to be a thing? I'd love to watch more. Thank you again for everything you do and the comfortable atmosphere you create. Well, thanks, Briscoe. I had a lot of fun with Raft, and I kind of want to play it more, but I wonder if it's not better as an offline game. I know some of you enjoyed watching it, but it also is very much it's a chill game, which means that it's great for us who are already here, and so sometimes that's good, but it also doesn't like attract a new audience. It doesn't make people want to watch if they don't know, like it that sort of thing. And so it's good for me to connect with the existing group, with you guys, but it's not good in terms of expanding and growth and that sort of thing, which has been a pretty big problem for the channel lately. So on the one hand, I enjoyed myself. I actually was telling Ika I want to play today. We played offline a little bit yesterday, but it's a tough thing from the streaming side to sell.
What you did to that Stormslinger? That was some impressive work, Varja.
Hey, it's nothing. I just helped her become what she was always meant to be. They grow up so fast.
Okay, Varja, let's move on.
You don't want to catch some of that Karja sun?
Okay, so let's go to... There's a vendor right here. I should be able to sell to them, I think. Let's go sell. Zine MMO could be Zine. I don't understand what you mean. All right. So now we need to sell a lot of stuff. At this point, I'm about ready to sell every heart I have. And if I need one, then I can go kill the damn things. What do you guys think to that? Am I interested in any of the new games coming out? I usually don't watch what games are coming out. I mean, I know that Cyberpunk just barely dropped, but I kind of just play it by ear with what my friends are playing and what sounds good, and I try not to get anticipatory for games because then I end up, like, it just, I don't know. I've found I'm happier if I don't. Why not? Okay. Things go better for me if I don't sit there and, chomp at the bit for a game and then have it come out and not be what I'm looking for, or that sort of thing. But instead, make sure that it's, find out what, like, Among Us was something that I never would have thought to, and I mean, even Phasmo, but my friends played it, and so I played it, and I got to enjoy it. Don't sell the Stormbird or Thunderjaw. Okay. Thunderjaw, Stormbird. Don't sell the braidings. Apparently I should sell everything except for what I should not sell. Is there anything else that I should not sell that I should sell but I shouldn't sell? But you know, I mean, it's like there's a fine line where I absolutely don't I don't want to become beholden to chasing Twitch fads, and I really don't feel like I do. But at the same, why do I have two? But at the same time, I see. You know, I do need to be mindful that this is my job and this is the channel, and I need to keep in mind like what people seem interested in seeing, what people don't seem interested in seeing, and basing things kind of off that, you know? I know that there's a lot of I know there's a lot of people that like kind of look at let me just think of how to say this. They kind of look at you know, it as a good thing if you don't follow Twitch trends, but you just instead do what you want, which is great and all, but at the end of the day, I also need to be bringing people in. And this is something that happens with business, it happens with social circles, it happens with, I mean, the channels and stuff, but there's the concept or idea, or actually fact in a lot of ways, that if you're not growing, you're shrinking. And that's because there's always kind of more people coming around. And the other thing is that you always have drop-off of the people that are there. As many of you, tomorrow, the next day, at some point, you're going to find other things. You're going to find another lover. You're going to find another interest, another streamer, you're going to have a kid. You're going to go to school. You're going to have a job. Any number of things that are all perfectly valid, reasonable reasons. I mean, really, any reason you choose to spend your time elsewhere is valid, but that's going to happen. And you might tell yourself today, no, I wouldn't, but tomorrow something happens, you know? And because of that, you no longer are here. But you don't necessarily unfollow, you just don't show up. And so even regardless of a person's follower count, you always need to be bringing in new people and new interest. And that's one of the reasons that, like with Jordan, where he had, you know, 10 million for so long, or 9 point whatever million, and was not stuck, but sitting there, I mean, he's kind of stuck in that area, that he would have a lot fewer views than other people that were fresher, that had reached that point but in a faster pace, because Jordans were spread out over time, and so a lot of those are inactive subs. Now, none of that is taking away from Jordan. He is still very relevant. He does very well for himself, and I would be happy to have his view counts and all of those things. I don't mean that negatively. I'm just saying that you've got to be able to look at and analyze what's actually happening behind the numbers and to understand. So that said, we have, you know, here been pretty flat on most of the metrics and things, which is fine, except for that means that we're not bringing new people in, and I need to be aware of why that is, or try and figure out how to resolve that. And I mean, just all those different kind of things, because I have to be bringing someone in, you know. Merchant's not in, and wood. Merchant's not interested in my wood. Fair enough. So, you have opinions of Jordan? I prefer not to express them here. Well, you're welcome to DM me, Martel. I'd be happy to discuss with you. And you never know where a lover's going to come out of, Carmen Cat. Am I talking about my book? No. But there's a lot of different things I can try. If I started earlier, I wouldn't lose so many East and Central Time people. Yeah, but that's only for concurrent viewers. And I'm not concerned about concurrent viewers. I'm concerned about new viewers. You know, and starting earlier is definitely something that I should consider. At the very least, I should stop with these days that I start at 7 and move it so that I'm like universal across 6. So that's something I should look into and do. But I know that, you know, as a you know, how do I phrase this? The preferred impression is that, you know, this is all just fun and games, and there's no business behind it. But the reality is there is, and this is how I survive, and this is how I pay my bills, and I've got taxes that are going to be due in a month, and you know, taxes when you are self-employed are a whole hell of a lot different than when you're working working when you're working for a company. If you're working for a company, like, take a look at your check. We're near end of year. Take a look at your check and look at your taxes paid, your federal, your social, like, add all that up. Basically, at the end of the year, I get that as that same number relative to what I've made in a single bill, you know. And so it's like you gotta be prepared, and you gotta think through all these things. So as you guys know, I've always put a lot of thought into it, and I don't ever want it to be your guys' problem. I don't ever want to task you with things or you know, like I want you to be able to come here and just enjoy yourself. But I can't deny the realities of the situations that I'm up against or that I'm looking at, too. So I just want to be honest and clear and say this is what I'm talking about, this is what I'm thinking about and looking at, but I don't want that to be, this is your problem and you need to worry about it, too. So, how do benefits work as a streamer? There aren't any. I mean, I have insurance through Obamacare, through that I just pay, and then if I take a day off, I don't get paid for that day. There's, you know, like I am self-employed, really, is just how to really think of that. So, at any rate, we need to look at the weapons of... No, not weapons of the lodge. The geared up ice rail. You're off to bed. Good night, Nala. I appreciate that, Vinder Masuda. Really appreciate the insight into the other side of what you do. I mean, again, it's always a little bit of a weird fine line. Wow, there's like not a goddamn fire anywhere near any of this that I have unlocked. I apparently have never been through here. Either that I just ran. What if we came over here and grabbed one of those horsies? Yeah, I mean, I know that one of the common refrains is, you know, that you should take a day for yourself. Your mental health comes first. Your health, you know, I hear that a lot. And I appreciate 100% the sentiment behind it, but it's that also means that, you know, again, I don't get paid for that day. Sure, you know, for like recurring subs and stuff like that, but a big portion of everything is based off of bits and gift subs and stuff like that. Like, that's a reasonable percentage of everything. So if I'm not on, that's not happening. And then, you know, maybe I did need that mental day, but that goes away. It also is, this is a little bit more of a, thank you, Soft Lemur, for the 299, and Martel with the 128. And Matthew Price, thank you for the 13 months. I appreciate it. This is also a little bit more of a sensitive subject for me, and I apologize if this makes me sound bad. I really don't want it to, but it's just the reality, or at least for me. One of the more frustrating things is that a lot of smaller streamers and then bigger streamers do a lot of charity stream type work. And I'm not opposed to doing charity stream type work a couple times a year, but I know smaller streamers that do it every month. I know bigger streamers that are like, hey, everything, you know, like, let's do all this. And people frequently want, you know, you to join in on charity stuff. And I love charity. I want to give to charity. I want to help and support causes that I care about. But I don't think people understand that if I do a charity stream, I am literally giving up my check for that entire day, plus some of the next day, because people typically overspend or spend more than they would to donate to the charity, which is great. But then, you know, that's not there in the next day and the next day. So you're giving up your entire check for that day. And if you, like a lot of the people that are asking you to join charity streams, if you were to say, you know, at your job tomorrow, I want you to do your 8-hour shift but not get paid, and then I only want you to get paid for half of your shift the next day, would they be that keen on that? You know, a lot of us are willing to write a $50 check, a $100 check, but are you willing to give your entire day's wages? Because as streamers, we're very frequently asked to do that. And so there's a lot of charity stuff that it's like, I I appreciate that it's getting done. I want to support, but I need to pay my bills, you know? And it feels bad to say that, and it feels very selfish, but I don't think that taking care of me is necessarily, you know, a negative. But I don't know if that makes any sense. I know that Jacksepticeye is arranging another big charity thing. You know, there was the whole trees thing a while ago. But again, when you're a smaller streamer, you kind of try and use charity streams to generate interest. And none of this is like taking away from Pionk or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not referring to what she did, which was absolutely amazing, or anyone. Like, it's awesome that people do it. It's just, it's hard for as many times as we get asked to do it to be able to do it, if that makes sense. And again, when you're starting out, then you're not as dependent on your streaming. You're not necessarily making as much, and so it's not, you know, you're giving up $50 to $100, whatever that amount may be, and you're okay with that. But it's when you get to kind of that mid tier, then it's your day's wages, which is, you know, a substantial amount to yourself and for the time you've put in. And so it's a lot harder. And then you get to be really big, and then they can do whatever the fuck they want because they make enough that it's not nearly as big a deal, right? So, to me, it doesn't seem wrong or bad in any way. For whatever that is worth, none of this, the stream, the community, would be the same if you could not be here with us. Well, I appreciate that. And so, at any rate, there's a whole business side, and it's always in my mind. And so, but to bring that back to games and what you guys care about, I like to play current games. I like to play fun games, but I don't like to chase trends. But I've always got to be aware of how a game is playing on stream. You know, I had decent fun. This is actually more fun. It's fairly similar, but this is more fun. But I had enough fun on like Assassin's Creed, what is it, Odyssey, or whatever the one with the Greek one is.
Aggressive machines, deadlier and deadlier year by year. Why? And what? Or who?
But
Another mystery.
AC wasn't playing well. People weren't interested. They weren't having fun, and so, you know, you gotta say, oh, that's not working. Let's try something else. Odyssey. My sound effects make you giggle. I don't know what you're talking about. Odyssey was fun. I think this is more fun. This is like what I think that kind of should have been. But nonetheless, Odyssey just didn't have viewers. Like, obviously, you know, there's always, you say that and everyone's like, well, I enjoyed it and it's great. You know, it's good, but you know, looking at the larger number standpoint. But we've talked about how, you know, when you're streaming, you get a report card every night that tells you whether or not you were funny, whether you were clever, whether you were interesting. And you've got to deal with that and have the mental kind of capacity to withstand the bad days. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. Having you guys be here for me, though, is the goal, obviously. Like, I want you to enjoy me for whatever I might be doing. And if I can do that, then obviously we can do a lot more things. We can be more flexible, and I don't have to. You know, I probably can play this, even though this is a little bit of a lower viewed game, because you are here for me and you do support me regardless, and that helps me to be able to make it fun for everybody. But you know, that's basically what my job is. Otherwise, you end up with a channel that's based off of a game and not off of the streamer. And when that happens, when that game inevitably goes away, the channel is just left in very dire straits, and it's very, very difficult to pull out of. It's a shitty position for any streamer to be in. I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And you know, they've got a really tough road ahead of them. And for me,
I need this.
That's I basically am looking at it, trying to be proactive and saying, well, I mean, I'm having some success with converting you guys who are here, and that's great. Like, you know, very good, very happy. But that doesn't mean that I'm bringing in the new people the way that I need to be, and that's where it comes down to, how the fuck do I get up there? Like, where do you want me to go? That's where I need to...
That's it.
I need to rethink and rework and continue to put in the effort and improve.
Sure feels good to be out of knee-deep snow. So, we've got a Thunderjaw. I'm ready to do this. On your lead.
Okie dokie. Thunderjaw, ahoy!
So much for being careful.
What was the question, Patonin, if I missed it? Do you know whether Jordan makes more off of his main YouTube channel or his Twitch channel? I do, but I'm not here to talk about Jordan's financials, you know? Like, I understand the curiosity, but that's not my place to talk about someone else's money and you know, like... What the? Help! 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 Don't want to be here!
Not much use for that ammo.
Easy. Good night, Ecto. I reached a little more. How you doing? Personally, I think these conversations are important for the streamer and their community to have. It certainly helps with my mindset when I've had them. Good on you for being upfront and honest with everything going on in your thought process. Well, thank you. I mean, I've always strongly believed that, you know, just honesty and respect between myself and you guys is the best way to go. One of the things that's always interesting to me is how many communities are adversarial with the streamer. And, you know, like if something happens, then they're eager to report them to, you know, to get them in trouble, or if they get to play a game with them, they're eager to kill them. Any number of kind of things like that. And I don't feel like we're that way with each other. I feel like we all respect each other and want to have fun and want to enjoy one another. And I think that's so much cooler than that kind of, that more distant toxic relationship that it seems like so many people have with their viewers.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
Here you
I am
go.
Always ready to fix up a weapon.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through. There. Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
You've done good work with this weapon, Varja.
Told you I was good. Anyway, I'm glad she's in
I'm
your
glad
hands.
you've enjoyed it, Chueco.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
All right. So does my spear now do spear things, or is it still just a spear? Can I do extra speary stuff? That's how I look at us, Ninja Dog, is that we're all friends. We all enjoy each other. We all want to play together. We all have a good time together. Like, how is that not so much better than some of the polluted, noisy and full but still problematic streams, you know? Every streamer's entitled to run their community the way they want. Where I get frustrated a little bit, and again, it's their choice. They can do what they want. They don't owe me anything, and they don't, I don't have any right to ask anything of them. But where I get disappointed is I find that many streamers don't run their community at all. It's there. They appoint mods based off of who they've seen show up enough. They don't necessarily know their mods very well, but their mods like to show up, and flex their power or whatever. But it's not.
That'll keep my stomach quiet.
It's a whole different thing, and that's what I like to, or want to, like that's where I get a little disappointed, because I just, how can you do this but be disconnected? If you're going to do that, you might as well just make YouTube videos. Watching these streams brings us some memories. That's really cool.
Last light. Gotta stay sharp.
I don't want to sound like I'm taking credit, because he did it on his own, but I will say that when Jordan came back to streaming, the one thing that I pushed for him more than anything else was to try and encourage him to connect with his audience and be present there much more than you would find in typically in kind of when he started, like you would find in the YouTube connection, because it was much more of a YouTube type approach, and I was just kind of trying to be like, hey, no, it's different out here, and I feel like he's gotten there. I don't know whether I helped or not. I hope that I did. Maybe I just annoyed him, but regardless, I feel like he's a better streamer because he is now more connected to his audience. I think, we always have more work we can do.
Uh-oh, spotted.
But that goes for me as much as anyone else. But I do think it's really cool to see him kind of moving more in that direction. I don't know if any of that makes any sense. Probably not. I'm glad, Martel. Where is this flower thing? Also, don't I need fish? Is that it? There it is. What was it I needed? I needed goose. I need the goose. And then I need fatty meat and rat. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time finding fatty meat, though. That seems to be something that I'm missing.
Saving these for the trail.
I kind of thought there'd be a... Oh, there's the fireplace. It's through the fucking mountain. Okay. You were intending to get pork shoulder in the slow cooker? That sounds pretty good. Love you too, Doc. Reach a little more. Thank you for the 10 months. How's it going? It's going well. Thank you. Vexy, thank you for the 3 months. And Vinder Masuda, thank you for the 500 bits. Anonymous with the 500 bits as well. While no one who isn't self-employed understands the stresses, both financial and emotional, but you do help people understand a bit at least. Well, thank you. I mean, I think I worry, I don't ever want it to be, like, onerous to you. I don't, it's not your job to have to worry about things, and I don't want you to feel like I'm trying to make it your job, but, okay, well, sir, listen, I was gonna leave you alone, and then you killed my mount, sir? I don't know if these humans are hostile or not. Man, you are a little bitch compared to some of the stuff I fight now. You used to be pretty big and bad, but I'll tell you what, not so much anymore. Okay, these guys are obviously not hostile.
You didn't have to save me, but you did.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome. No problem.
Just stay out of their way for now.
I got you. Campfire discovered. Okay, there we go. Not only do I enjoy every stream of yours I catch, but you've led me to meeting so many great people and finding so many other amazing streamers. It'll be something I remember forever. Good. That is very good to hear. Okay. That helps. One of the things that's very important to me too is when we talk about the community is the ecosystem basically. I think I got it. That was a little overkill. That poor turkey. Just had the shit knocked out of it. That is one shell-shocked turkey. Okie dokie. A little bit of a turnaround there. Anyway, the ecosystem of streamers that we've put together, the friends, they, you know, again, I kind of look back on my life a little bit. I grew up with pretty poor friendship. Eventually, you know, I made good friends and real friends, but I went through a period of life where my friends weren't really friends. You know, frenemies or whatever you want to call it, but it was a friendship of convenience. It was a friendship of non-respect, but and just hurtful in a lot of ways. And friends, because of that, became something that I was very let's see, I don't know how to explain it. They became something that I'm very passionate about and care strongly about, and swear to God, that was just pointing right here. Oh, that's right, I found it. they just matter to me. And I would do anything for my friends, and I love them and I care about them, and they are the rock that holds me up, and I hope to God that I'm the rock that holds them up, and together we're all stronger for people that we care about and that we can trust, and true friends, you know, obviously not fake friends. And so being able to make those, being able to meet people and to do all that, it means a lot to me, more than perhaps it might for a lot of people. But to me, it's very meaningful and it's very important. And so I love being able to help my friends however I can. I love being able to introduce you guys to them because they're people that I believe in, that I care about. And I feel that you could also believe in and care about. And I mean, that's kind of it. Like that's the end of the statement right there. It's just they matter to me in ways beyond what I think people realize. And so, you know, Ica, Lobro, Gonk, Angel, I mean, Totes, Troy. I don't want to forget anyone, but these guys are all streamers that you should be dropping in with. Ecto, and you know, maybe they're your cup of tea, maybe they're not, but at least you know that they're good people with good hearts and that deserve your time and attention. At least I hope you can trust that. I hope you can trust me by that point to at least say, you know what, if Zine's over here saying you should really check this person out, maybe they're worth taking your time to type in the URL and go find them and take a look. That's my hope. When you were younger, a few friends pressured you into making another friend leave our group. I fell down a dark and scary hole and only came out once I left that circle before they isolated me so much. I found new friends and chose more wisely afterwards. This community is filled with good and trustworthy people. That's what I hope. It's what I want, you know. I want us all to feel and believe and to know and trust, basically. You know, I realize it's a lot of descriptors, but those are all important things, and
God,
we go through so much of our life distrusting and disbelieving and not knowing what's in front of us and not being able to trust that we can speak our mind and not be disliked for it, and trust that we, you know, that when someone cares about us that they mean it. And I want to be different than that. I want you guys to feel like there's something different than that. I want you to be able to believe that when you're here and when people say they care, that you know that they do. And sure, we're all just internet people to each other, but that doesn't mean we can't mean something to each other. It doesn't mean we can't support each other and be present for each other. Hi back. All right. I'm kind of just unveiling. What do we have here? We have Out of the Forge. Oh, this is the big boy now. This is the big boy. Hello back. I think we all miss being able to meet people. Even as introverted as we are. That's something I know has shocked several people in the community, is to find out how introverted I am. I'm pretty quiet and stick to myself. As a general rule. Not to say that, not for any reason other than just, it's my natural tendency. Holy fuck! Do you know what a content creator's worst nightmare is? I I can't speak for every content creator, so I don't
If I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
think so. All of my outgoingness is trained and learned.
It'd be fascinating if they weren't looking for me.
It seems bothered, but really quite minimally.
Well, here I am.
The hell they hit me with? Holy tits! Holy tits! Woohoo! This is fine. So, do you think I've killed it? I'm not entirely sure I've killed it.
Here we go again.
What the hell is shooting at me? Fire! Oh, it's just you. Woo! This is fine. Everything's fine. There's not death behind me, right? Poof! I'm hidden. It's basically safe. Not safe! Hi, how you doing? Yep. So, does this guy take damage asking for a friend? He doesn't even care about bombs. Woo! Whoa! 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 That was a sudden roll of reversals. He's not even halfway. Yeah, I knew that one was coming bad. God damn it. 400 misses in a row. He is nearly halfway.
Last shot.
Slight problems, slight problems. Listen, other than that, everything's going fine. Is this fine? $34 damage. Jesus. I can't damage the damn thing. It's literally... Gotta go! Don't want to be here! I have, like... I can make, like, one more bomb after this. Where the hell are you going? It doesn't actually seem to care that much about these bombs. Like, the arrows were doing a lot better than the bombs were on it. Okay, I think I lit it on fire a little bit. Okay, that's that. What about these? What do these do, damage-wise? 15! Good. Poke! 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 How about you guys? I think I'm gonna stay back here for a second. Use the rock. Use the rock. Okay, I have nothing else to shoot on him. Don't want that!
One down.
Whew. Well, that was a fight. But, you know, I mean, you can say, like, we did that, we got 4 more times, but, you know, first try. Yeah, that's, there's 5 of those that we need to remove from the land. So we need to regather materials, we need to regather, refill our ammo, refill our stocks for things to make ammo, and then get more of our... refill our health. Thanks, Spoonfuls. Once it slowed down a little, we could use that rock and we kind of had it. So, I don't think the blast bombs are that effective. I don't know if there's another bomb that would have been more effective, but I don't think the blast ones were that. The storm bolts didn't seem very effective. What actually seemed to be working was the armor-breaking arrows. I think it's just so covered in armor that the armor-breaking arrow is really the way to go. I could be wrong. It's happened many times in the past, but that was kind of how that felt to me, is less on the less on the blast bombs, or maybe the but yeah, the ice. We could try.
I might need these.
We could also try some of the trap stuff. We had a couple options. Armor, exactly, LLB, exactly. But we killed one, and that's what's important. Guys, try and help me remember that we need to go stock up on everything before we continue on too much. But that's gonna be it tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Kai Smoline, thank you for the 300 bits. These conversations are great. It's a great community, and it always has been great to hear about all sides of streaming. It's informative and interesting and helps us understand what's going on even better. We appreciate you and all you do. Well, Kaisa, thank you. I appreciate it. Blazing Heart, thank you for the 16 months. All I can say is your approach works. I first saw you on YouTube, and here we are now. Even though I'm still mostly VOD Squad, I can see the community you've built, and I find you amazing. I find the fact that you guys are here to be amazing, and each one of you is meaningful and matters to me. And the Phantom Man, thank you for the 4 months. Absolute facts. We should always try to be here for each other. Keep up the great work, sir. Thank you. And thank you for the 4 months. And Vinder, thank you for the bits there. Guys, I'm going to wrap up there. We're going to see if we can't find somewhere to go. I appreciate you all very much. Have yourself a lovely night, and hang out to the end of the outro. We'll find you one of those friends I was talking about. Good night. Love y'all.
You carry the world upon your shoulders.